Hey, listen though, I was joking about Warrior Nun on the new Netflix show. So we finished it last night.
Oh, okay.
Anna and I finished it last night. Warrior Nun. I'm very frustrated with the show. I'm very frustrated with it.
Oh,
it's a great premise, and they certainly do some very interesting things in it. You can feel the low budgetness of it as you're going through, but that's okay. I mean, the filmmakers, they don't control what the budget they get, so they do the best they can, and that's fine, and that's good. But again, the lack of character development in the main character, the fact that the main character isn't very likable, she gets a little bit more likable near the end, but here's the big thing, and I won't give away what it is, but you know how we were talking about Old Guard, and I was saying one of the best things about the Old Guard, the Charlize Theron film on Netflix, is that at the end of the movie, it does this great job of doing two things. It totally wraps up the movie, so it feels like a truly well-told Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, bring it to conclusion story, while at the same time opening the door for where a sequel could go. So it accomplishes both, right? Complete self-contained story, very satisfying ending, and yet it still opens the door for things. I'm not going to say anything about what it does. I felt like Warrior Nun starts to fall off the rails in the last one or two episodes. It's like all of a sudden, what felt like a very calculated plot progression suddenly went, oh, by the way, this out of nowhere, and now this out of nowhere, and this, which makes no sense. And then a twist. The best twists in movies and TV shows are ones that surprise you, but you go, oh my God, yeah, as you look back at the movie, all the clues were there. They were all there. Oh, those are the best twists, right? This thing has a twist where it's like, okay, that makes no effing sense. That makes no effing sense whatsoever. And there is no conclusion to anything. The whole thing ends on a giant cliffhanger with no resolution to any of the stuff that was going on. There's still like 15 unanswered questions dangling, and none of them get answered. And it's just, okay, guys, see you next year. And it's like, oh, come on. That's not how Supernatural, Rob. I know I'm a Supernatural homeboy. I totally am. I get it. But Supernatural, every season, they wrap up their story in the final episode of that season. And then in the final 2 minutes, introduce what the next season is going to be about. This was just like, it answered no questions. It didn't tie up any of the threads. And I just found when it ended, my wife and I just looked at each other like, well, that was frustrating.